Tulsa's #1 podcast.
It's showtime, baby.
It's Castro X, Eyes Open, dubbed the home of the emotionally naked. A podcast about anything and everything. If you don't like it, with all due respect, fuck you.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm about to lasso Castro the asshole, turn him into mincemeat for a ramen casserole. Feed it to a thick booty bad bitch. She'll fucking kill me if I try to feed her cabbage. Pussy fried catfish. I'ma hit them boys with Mandalorian hat tricks. I ain't never had shit till I turn to rapping. For rapper to rapper, kappa lambda, I'm on some fried shit. Packing on packers damage, stamina, stacking damage, acting out like an asses. If you move it against me, it's like molasses. Should've taken some classes. Baby, what is he rapping? If you couldn't hack it, then maybe you should trash it. I'ma serve it like a delivery package. Misery's a habit in the latest fashion. She like to pull up in the fastest. Hoopty with the black tip. We get it crackin', she releasing the dragon. Hold up, fire breathing. I am not a heathen. I am just a lion crushing everything he's saying. Heat-seeking missile launcher with a beacon. With all due respect, fuck you for even speaking, ho.
Yeah, write you a little 5-minute bit. We in the mix, man. We gonna talk for a second, then I'll do the intro. Real quick, sync, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just write you a quick little 5-minute bit or whatever, man, and it could be cold. Come try to stand up.
It might be.
I mean, you're already a writer. That's the thing.
Yeah.
See, it's different, you know what I'm saying? Just like writing, you know what I'm saying, in studio music versus the battle rap. It's a different form of penmanship, but you mad intelligent, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
And you already got a pen, so that's I feel like it could translate for you real well.
And I be making people laugh.
Yeah.
But you know
I believe it. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and do this intro. Yo, it's your man Castro X coming at y'all live and direct with the With All Due Respect podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a very special guest in the building with me today, man. He's been on the podcast once before, never on the video, you know what I'm saying, since we just now started running all of this. But you can find his old episodes way back. I don't remember what I called it back then. I think when he was here back then, it was Da'juan Dupri, you know what I'm saying? And he has returned here now as Da'juan Dupri in the building, man. Yes, up and coming Tulsa artist, man. Ex battle rapper. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I fell in contact with you through somebody in the stand up comedy game.
Yep.
Josiah Patrick, my brother Josiah.
Up at Gypsy.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
That's a real close friend to my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Me and my lady.
On his grind too. I've been seeing him.
Yeah, he was he was one of the very first stand-up comedians I had met out here in Tulsa, and he actually is the one who put my girl in the stand-up game. You know what I'm saying? She was hitting up the open mics, and Evan Hughes popped out to one of the open mics, and he was like, "What's up?" Talking to Josiah, like, "I'm looking to book some shows, and you cold?" And he was like, "Oh, word, I'm cold, thank you." Hey, but her over there, she nasty.
For
she
real?
Been doing this for
Talking about wifey?
Yeah, he lied and all that, talking about, God dang, she been doing this for years. Like, she nasty, and you know what I'm saying? Evan Hughes approached her, talking about, "I heard you been doing comedy for years. Would you like to do a show?" She's like, "Nah, I ain't never did comedy, but here." You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I ended up getting booked. So shout out Josiah.
She be doing the thing now?
Yeah, bro, she nasty, bro.
She tells it.
We were talking about this yesterday. Like, when it comes to stand up in this relationship, she definitely the pen. You know what I'm saying? She cold with it.
She's got a solid 10 minutes.
She does.
So
she building it
when
too.
you be doing it, you be like, "Hey, what you think about this?"
Every time.
Okay.
Every time.
That's what she for. That's what the helper for.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I love having her. She thinks different than me too. Because when I write stand up, all I talk about is like sex, you know what I'm saying? So I automatically just box myself in. And
we can all relate to this.
Right, and so she's like, "No, baby, like, you are a brand, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have to necessarily stay in this lane. Like, you smarter than that. Break past that. Be more than that."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm still writing about sex.
Hey, you don't know what that could probably do for your penmanship and music too.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
She cold, bro. She cold. Same as Josiah Patrick. That man's pen is elite. I look at everybody's pen, man. I'm a weird nerd for this stuff. If you writing anything, whether you writing film, writing battle rap, writing music, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, comedy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm obsessed with how you pen that joint. You feel me? Do you get off on things like that? What's your mind on that?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. It's like I feel like it's all in the brain too, man. Like with me as an artist, I'm getting to a point where it's like you got to find that pocket in the beat when you're writing.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, man, it's like that penmanship in the brain, being able to get it down as if you're writing.
Right.
And you know, people be like punching in freestyling. Some people, you think it's like just a one take. So like sometimes I'll get in the studio and I'll like punch in.
So you punch in?
Yeah, if I'm freestyling, bro, like say I got a song, I'm like, yeah, this is all freestyle. Be like, bro, this sounds too smooth. Cause I punched in, I had a bar here.
Right.
What am I gonna say after that? I'm listening to it.
See, that's an approach that I've been hearing quite a bit about as of late, man. Sitting down with other artists, that's something I haven't tried yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As well as you also brought up the idea of fitting in the pocket of the beat. I'm gonna touch both of those with you real quick. So when it comes to the punching in, rhyming style, you know what I'm saying? Is that usually on a freestyle tip, or is that like when you guys say punch in? Is it okay? I'm gonna spit this bar I have written real quick, hoopity boopity blah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, pause. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's do it again. Boop, 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 you know what I mean? Whatever.
So like, you know, like for instance, like in the movie, remember the movie NWA when it first dropped?
Yeah.
And like an R for us. So like Eazy-E came in, punched in, like the song was already wrote, but he didn't know how to spit it, so he had to learn every bar. So he jumped in bar for bar. So there's that, but I'm also talking to like, sometimes you know people be like, oh yeah, I want to freestyle in the booth. They get in there and they just shut down.
Yeah.
But they be like, man, if we was just in the car spitting, I'd snap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm talking about is like, get the beat, put it on there, and as soon as you hear it, record and spit. You don't know what you're gonna say next, so we stop and we vibe on that one bar.
Are you cold with the freestyle tip?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, that's how we started. You know what I'm saying? Like we was in football, basketball growing up, but coming up on the east side, all we was doing was literally on 31st and Garnett, the Meadows Apartments complex. We be playing backyard football because the way it was set up, it looked like a little football field out there. But we be spitting, hitting on the car. It wasn't our car ever. It was somebody else's car, little Vietnamese folks, beating on the car.
Just tearing it up.
Just tearing it up, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely, the freestyle's always been there.
That's cold.
100%.
That's cold. The freestyle for me, man, is something that you know what I'm saying, I've always wanted to progress in.
Yeah.
But it's nerves, man. Nerves. I always get nervous about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny about that
I get
too?
to overthinking.
It's never, and this is what I've come to find out too, because that was the same thing with me. I remember, bro, there'd be times like coming up, I was like 18, 19. I was about 18, my senior year of high school. And so I finally started like actually taking it serious, trying to get in the studio. We was doing a garage band on a Guitar Hero microphone, right?
Okay.
And
that's cold.
This one dude came from California, and at the time I'm thinking, oh, he's coming from California, he's a big shot, right? You know what I mean? Or just like he's just, and so he says, let me hear your verse. I'm rapping my verse. I'm like, you know, shaking. I'm like, you know what I mean? Same dude this day, he be looking to me for like advice and things like that. And it's
Isn't
like
that crazy how it flips?
But so what I'm saying is like, it's all those nerves, that's only you.
Right.
Like these people don't care. They literally, they want to be amazed.
Right.
They're like, wow, he can actually do it. So like all those nerves is always just us, bro. Like even with the comedy thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe. I know for a fact.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's exactly. I feel that 100%. Because I guarantee, you know what I'm saying, if I just, it's an inner self thing. You know what I'm saying? 100%. If you could just move all that BS out of your, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, I'm going to just go for it.
Yep.
That's usually when the goal comes. I feel like freestyling also, man, is something in the roots of hip hop, man. To me, it's very much a spiritual connection. That's when there's something beautiful about penning it. But when you just give it up, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, I'm going to see what happens.
It's just something's literally flowing out of you.
Right. It's beautiful.
You're not thinking about it. It's like from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And I feel the exact same way. You can ask my wife, you know, her mother was in town a couple weeks ago, and so we was crashing over there for the whole week because her mother lives in Greece, right? But she has a house out here, so we don't ever see her. My wife's pregnant.
In Greece?
She lives in Greece, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, they be doing it. It's funny. So we're at her house in Oklahoma, and I'm in the far back room that's like empty because don't nobody live there, right? I'm bringing my studio stuff over there, and I'm just hearing beats. I'm thinking like, what am I going to record? I'm about to record a song that I already wrote, but I'm just listening to the beats, and I heard this one beat that just hit me like, hop on this one.
That's the one.
It's the one. So I hopped on it, bro, and I immediately just started freestyling, right? And when I mean, it don't sound like a freestyle, bro. So you got to think about it. It's coming from someplace because it can't be that hard from a freestyle with no meditation, with no preparation, just going and doing it.
A flow state when you just get in the zone and you know that just sinking baskets.
Yep.
It's just natural, and you know, or just you know, I'm a musician too, and sometimes as soon as I hit that record button, I'll get nervous and you know it goes right out the window. But there's sometimes when I'm just singing, I'm like, man, I'm in the pocket today. Yeah, I couldn't sing a wrong note. Yeah, I mean, I know exactly what you mean.
I was watching an interview, right, a while back of Michael Jackson, right, And he kind of described it as you did, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of, he talked about, you know, people would ask him, like, how do you write your music?
Yeah.
Like, how do you come up with this, you know what I'm saying? Craziness, because Michael Jackson, one of the greatest.
Yeah,
And
definitely, to this day.
Right, true indeed. He described it as such, kind of as you are, as just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, he said it like that, I don't write my music, you know what I'm saying? I just let go when the beat or whatever's playing, and it just comes out, you know what I'm saying? He's it's like, you know how he talks.
Yeah.
It's as if God is in me in the spirit, you know. I'm a horrible Michael Jackson impersonator. I just
Yeah, it was terrible.
That
But,
was
but
bad.
I see
That
it
was
though. I
horrible.
see it though.
But you understand.
Yeah.
He talk real soft. He real soft with it. Shout out Michael, man. You know
Hey,
what I mean?
and I'll tell you, bro, it's like, okay, so hip hop, so I'm kind of dabbling, I'm kind of like stretching myself, and not in a way where but like I see room that I can be stretched. You know what I'm saying? So like with what Michael Jackson said, you know, I want to see that interview where he says that, because based off what you're saying, bro.
It's on a documentary. I have to put it to you. It's on YouTube.
You know, it ain't gonna be hard to find. It's the King of Pop. You know what I'm saying?
I'll send it over.
When it comes to like rapping, freestyling, that's when you're able to flow. But when it comes to like singing, bro,
Is that something you playing with now? Singing?
I mean, definitely, bro. Definitely. You know, I'm not no Michael Jackson singing or nothing, but definitely harmonizing and using like Kendrick Lamar. He don't sing, but he uses. Have you heard all the different techniques he does with his voice?
Yeah, crazy.
It's the same thing as singing, bro. It's
Right.
like playing with your voice, manipulating your voice to get what you want to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? I see I have room to be able to stretch that. But to go what Michael Jackson was saying, it's like singing, bruh, turn on a beat and just go.
Right.
And when you go, it's not like rap, bro. It's different. Like, I don't know how people are R&B. Like, you can tell when somebody's writing an R&B song and when somebody just let it flow. The ones that flow, bro, those are the ones that live forever.
Something takes over, bro.
The ones the ones that are wrote though, that are written, it's like you get tired. Those get played out for some reason. But the ones that are just that flow, bro, is because it's more than just flesh now. It's spirit, and so it resonates. It might not even the song might be about Billie Jean,
Right.
but it's talking to something different in you.
It connects to the soul different.
Literally, you know what I'm saying? So with Michael Jackson saying that, bro, I can attest and be a witness to that 100%, bro.
Do you feel like that translates over to art in general?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Going into a blank canvas.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Not having I don't know what I'm going to do, but hey, I like this color. Let's see.
Bro.
Do you feel like that translates over to art as a whole, music, building, whatever you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, 100%. We got a homegirl named Blair. She's an amazing artist.
Shout out, Blair.
I'm talking about, when I mean like, you can ask my wife, you can ask my family, not even friends, people, like when I mean artist, I'm talking about like, bro, straight from the pen, pencil, whatever, and she uses paints, all that. So she's doing my cover art for the Afterthought. The way she describes her process with her design, with her artwork, is the exact same thing with me in the studio. It's the exact same thing. The only difference is mine isn't going on paper. Mine is going into the ears. And it's painting the picture for you. I'm painting the picture, but I'm bringing it to you. And now when she was describing it to me, man, it sounded exactly like it mimicked how my walk and how I go to create. And, you know, not to the T, but to the T where it's like, yeah, this is an artist lifestyle. Like, art isn't just slapping stuff on a canvas. Like, if you really think about it, bro, life is like there's an art to
Man,
life.
you talking
know
to
what
me,
I'm saying?
bro. I say this all the time. That's exactly all the way you dress.
Even
the way
this,
you talk,
even the setup,
right?
the podcast, you know, everything.
Everything. The way you breathe, the way you carry
Comedy
you
is
know
an
what
art.
I'm saying? Life is art, my
Yeah.
brother. It's
Everything.
all art. You know what I'm saying?
So I agree 100% to the preparation. It's definitely very similar to throwing something on some paper, you know what I mean, and creating that 100%, bro.
I think that's beautiful, man. Real quick, I want to talk to you about your up-and-coming project. We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You mentioned being in the pocket
Yeah.
earlier. You remember
In the
references.
music, yeah.
Break that down for us. Talk to us a little bit about that, man.
Okay, so like with beats, man, you know, saying you can rap on the beat, but I know you've heard them artists was like, bro, he flowing.
Right.
You know, you heard him, man, he's speaking or he's spitting, but then you got them people, no, he flowing. Like, bro, he flowing on the beat. And it's like when you really sit there and you listen to it, you can hear the instrumentals in the background, the patterns of the instrumental, and they're able to flow with those patterns. They're hitting those pockets. You know, like the metronome be like boom, boom, click, boom, 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 click, boom, boom.
Right.
Lyrics are literally boom, boom, click, boom, 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 click. Finding those pockets. And when you find those pockets, what I found with my ear, like hearing other people do it, or if I do it, bro, it hits different. It's like boxing. You know what I'm saying? If you're boxing and somebody throwing you a jab, they come up with that hook, that's a pocket they found. If they hit you, it's gonna hit you.
Right.
And it's the same thing in music. If you could find that pocket and you get that pocket and you hit that pocket, listen to a dope song, bro, when the beat drop out of nowhere, but it hits hard because they found that pocket.
You know who I think was really good at finding the pocket? You know what I'm saying? Pause. Is Ludacris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He is a master of like cadence. You know what I'm saying? Busta's pretty cold with
Yeah.
cadence too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that's real dope. That's kind of what you're talking about is the flow, the cadence, not necessarily concentrated on the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? But just how they said what they were saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How they went about it. You know what I mean? With they flow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's beautiful, man.
You remember when Tupac was like, don't just listen to the beat, listen to what they're saying?
Right.
Well, that gets really hard when what they're saying goes with the beat.
Right.
So say you want to spit some real stuff, right? But your flow is mean, like you find the cadence, the pocket to the beat.
That's what I'm saying. And sometimes too, I find it's hard to fit all. Once you find that pocket, though, it's hard to fit all that you want to say. So you gotta chop it up, find new ways to say it, man.
Yeah.
You want to speak on that a little bit?
Well, okay, so a shortcut for that for me is freestyle. You know what I'm saying? If you freestyle, bro, you're gonna find that. Cause like if you're sitting and you're writing, trying to find the pocket, I never find it. What I do is, bro, I punch in, and even if I'm not in the studio, like punch in even freestyle. You know, people say create first, then review. No, in my creative process, no, it doesn't work. You know, everybody's different. For me, I have to, when I create, I have to go back on that line every time. So I'm on that same line for a second.
Right.
Then I go to the next line. It has to flow. And so, but where I get that next line is through freestyling.
So are you concentrated on your cadence first, or are you concentrated? I mean, talking about your flow, your cadence, or are you concentrated on your lyrics first, or is it all?
No, I never concentrate on lyrics at all. Lyrics, like I remember the first time somebody called me lyrical, I was like,
What?
I'm lyrical?
Yeah.
People were like, no, man, you got bars. I got bars. Wow. You know, like I hear the beat and I hop on. And I just go. And it's like the Spirit will give you, he gives the seed to the sower. You know what I'm saying? So whatever needs to be sown in that moment will be given to me. All I need to do is just go out there and look at the field and begin to work on it. You know what I'm saying?
So is your flow, is that something like he was asking if you concentrate on? Is that something that you concentrate on, or is that something that's just kind of natural for you?
Just 100% natural, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and not saying that not saying that in a way where it's like I got it like that. No,
it's
just like
everybody's got their own style.
Yeah. It's like for me, bro, I just hop on and it comes. Yeah. I don't know I know where it comes from, but I don't know where it comes from. It just goes. You know what I'm saying?
That, though. I think that's real dope, man. That's cold. As we were talking about the freestyle joints earlier, you know what I'm saying? How something just kind of takes over you. I think that's real dope. That, you know what I'm saying? In your process, the flow just kind of comes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It exists within you and within the studio, whatever you're doing. I think that's absolutely incredible, man. What I want to talk to you about, man, is your new project. You know what I'm saying? The Afterthought. You know what I mean? I know y'all just saw me check my notes, man. My man just plugged me up with the project today. Don't judge me.
Yeah.
We're working right now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and start talking to us about that, man. Tell us all about it.
So the Afterthought, man, it's going to be my third project. It's going to be my third project. And, I mean, it's got anywhere from like 14 to 15 songs. It's ended up being a compilation that it looked like a compilation of just songs, but it ended up being a book, and they all fit. And it was like it was a soundtrack to my life at that time. You know what I'm saying? But the reason it's the Afterthought is because, I'm real conscious as far as about who I am in this earth and who we are, the African Americans are in this nation and to the places we've been scattered through slavery. You know what I'm saying? In the land of our captivity. So I did my first project, Yahweh. Then the second one was called Genius Hour and the 12, and in that one I dove into who we are as a people, who I am, who I know I am, the church system and different things like that, the paganism of different things, and just all the lies that I inherited growing up, being in the Bible Belt and going to a Christian church and all these different things, you know what I'm saying? So the Afterthought is, now what? Okay, so you got all this information, you living in it now, where do we go from here? And so the Afterthought dives into the blessed life, you know what I'm saying? Now that I know I'm an Israelite, now that I know who my people are, the history of my people, where we come from, what our heritage was, because African Americans, we don't know if we were Egyptians, Moors, we don't know what, Muslims, we don't know what. We are people without identity. So with this identity now, how do we move? And so the Afterthought goes into how do we move? And if you know our people through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we move in the blessings of the Most High. So now that we know and we're conscious and we're living in that heritage of our ancestors, you know, people want to talk about their ancestors. Now we know who our ancestors are. Now we can get back to the power source. So the afterthought is what's the thought after Genius Hour and the 12. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig that, man. So basically what you're saying is the thought after you've gained all this knowledge, you woke and you understand,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, kind of what's going on, what your place is and things. Is what do I do with this knowledge now?
Yeah.
Is that what you're coming with?
100%, you know, and live, you know, the fruits of that knowledge, the fruits of living that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny too, the afterthought, I was sitting in my prayer closet is where I also have my studio, but that's where I go and I meet with Yahuwah.
Just so y'all know, man, my man stays studying. I love this.
All praise to the Most High. So that's where I go and I seek him and everything and whatnot, and that's where we'll dive into different things, or he'll talk to me about different stuff, you know. So I remember I was in there and I was about to start studio vibing, and before I turned the studio on, I just seen the afterthought. I could just see it for some reason out of nowhere, just the afterthought. And I went and I wrote it down. I'm looking at it, and Yahuwah was like, This is what the next project needs to be called. Because I was gonna call it Sam Set Apart Music. I was gonna call it El Poetic. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because the afterthought. I was looking up the definition of what is an afterthought. And I was looking up the definition. One of the definitions is something that occurred that wasn't planned but occurs later.
Right.
And this wasn't a plan, or this wasn't planned, and it's occurring later. Like it's like both of those projects came into one, and he's calling it the afterthought. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. The Most High, the way he creates, he's very poetic himself. You know what I'm saying? So this is like something that wasn't planned, but now it's occurring.
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like,
I think that's real incredible, man. I want to take that a little deeper, though. Let me break it down into real life now, outside of the studio, right? So, you know what I'm saying? You did that project, and now you're living in a state of the afterthought, correct?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What does that lifestyle look like for a man, you know what I'm saying, on a day-to-day basis? Break that down.
nah, man, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just like picking your brain.
yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm
okay,
saying?
so
'Cause
for
you
me,
got shit to say.
on a day-to-day basis, it's like this. You know, seek first the kingdom of Yahuwah and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And all these things literally are all these things, whether it's clothes, food, friendship, companionship, gas, tire popped. I got you. And I mean, like, bro, like, so like waking up and remember him, acknowledging him, and just moving. Because he gave us a set of laws, and you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these churches, they'll tell you the laws are done away with, or we're saved by grace, and doing the law is, no. See, I don't do the law so I can be saved. I do his law because I love him. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm saved. I'm straight. But now I know that blessings come with doing what he likes for me to do. So I'm going to do what he likes for me to do. So on an everyday basis, man, every single day is, how can we serve him in a way that's beneficial to us, beneficial to his kingdom? Because, bro, like this whole, like, you know, going door to door knocking and this and that, yeah, that's cool, but people don't receive that.
Let me check with you, man. Let me check your brain real quick, see where you at. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not necessarily a religious individual or anything like that, man, but I love picking your brain because you know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Let me just check where your brain at in regards to, you know what I mean? Do you consider yourself religious or spiritual, man? And if you are a part of a religion, what religion is it, just so we know what the hell's
going on? Oh, yeah, 100%. So, you know, this is what I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask the people watching.
Yeah, talk to me.
You know what I'm saying?
It's an open conversation.
You know Moses. You familiar with Moses?
Yeah.
So, you know, the children of Israel were in Egypt as slaves, right? Okay, so Yahuwah used Moses. He got us up out of Egypt. When we got out of Egypt, what was that religion? Because he gave us the Torah, the 10 Commandments. It wasn't Christianity. It wasn't Judaism. So what was that religion?
I don't know.
It wasn't. You get what I'm saying? He took a people and promised that bloodline, that family from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. His 12 sons went into Egypt because Joseph saved Egypt. You know what I'm saying? From a huge famine. So when Joseph went, he brought all his family with him. After 2 pharaohs, they was like, nah, we ain't gonna honor the Hebrews. We ain't gonna honor the Israelites. For one, they're outnumbering us. They look stronger than us. We need to do something to them, or they're gonna take over us and destroy us. They were afraid of us, so they tricked us into slavery. Long story short, Yahuwah used Moses to get us up out of there. It's always been a people, a nation. He said, I will bring you into the land that I promised your ancestors. So he said, I'm going to make a nation out of you, not a religion.
So it isn't a religion. This is a collective of people. You know,
it is a nation. For
nation.
instance, in Psalms, literally, it says that the enemies of Israel conspired against Israel to make it no more of a nation, to erase the name of Israel out the earth. 1945, they just made the state of Israel a nation again. That's not even real Israel. The name of Israel was erased. The nation was erased. You know what I'm saying? So it's never been a religion ever. Nah, it's always been a nation, a people, a heritage. And the one thing about African Americans, our heritage was what? Ripped from us. Our history was ripped from us. Our names were taken from us. We were given names like Sir Charles and Stevenson and Williamson and, you know what I mean, and Harris. You know what I'm saying? So with this, it's never been about a religion. It's like, this is what my ancestors were doing through a covenant made by the Most High. And he says, for your seed and your seed to come forever. Whether you in the land of your captivity or not, this is what I like for you to do. And the reason we are in the land of our captivity, and this is all in Scripture, bro, like I said, you know, what other people in the history of ever were put on slave ships and sent to the four corners of the earth?
I don't know.
It says it in Deuteronomy. It says that these signs, it says, if you obey my covenant, if you obey these laws, then you'll be blessed. You'll be the head of the nations. You will not be the tail. You will never be at the bottom. But if you go against these commandments, if you break this covenant, you will be the least in all the world. You know what I'm saying? He said you will be shipped as slaves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To your enemies. You will be taken to the four corners. If you break this will be a sign. So if we were cursed, there's going to be a sign. And it's going to show these signs. If we were blessed, it's going to show these signs that he described. Look at the history of Israel. We never kept the commandments. We always broke the covenant.
Right. Now, is this stuff you studying in the books that you sent me? You know what I'm saying? My man sent me some books just a while back. His last, just so y'all know what's going on. A while back, his last interview, man, we had got into some of this. You know what I'm saying? Didn't get to break it down. Is this in like the book of Enoch and these things that you telling me right now?
So
where'd you get your?
100%. So all those
study, bro. That's basically.
Man, I studied from the Torah, which is Genesis, Deuteronomy, Leviticus, and Numbers, and then the prophets that the Most High sent to Israel through it. Like the prophets were always in Israel. They were the tribe of whatever tribe they were in, but they were Israelites. Sent them to remind them, hey, get back to the covenant because y'all breaking it, because our people always had an issue serving. You know, think about black folks now, bro. People copy and mimic us, but we want to be like them. So it's like it's an enigma. It's like they want to be like us, but we want to be like them. It don't make sense, and that's how we always.
There's that cycle.
Man, the fruit don't fall that far from the tree. If our ancestors was doing it back in Israel, and we're still doing it now, that just shows you that there's that connection. The fruit don't fall that far from the tree. You know what I'm saying? People's tendencies are people's tendencies. It's a bloodline thing. You know what I'm saying? But so I studied from the prophets, and I studied the Messiah. You know, the son of Yahuwah died, shed his blood, was resurrected on the third day, came back. And then, so those are the books that are there. But then there's the removed books that at the Council of Nicaea and the Catholic Church and all these different the powers that be that they removed, which is the Book of Jasher. And you can find the Book of Jasher. It's mentioned like 3 times in the Bible. So if the scriptures, which are supposed to be true in the Bible, mention as a reference something, is it not true? Why would they have you reference a lie?
Right.
People in college put your references down, and they have to be authentic references, credible references.
They gotta be 100.
They gotta be 100. The Most High is not the father of confusion. He's not going to make you go reference a lie and come back. So the Book of Jasher, the reason I read the Book of Jasher is because it's referenced 3 times in the scriptures. And in the scriptures it says it takes 2 or more witnesses to establish a matter. There's only 1 witness to Genesis. There's only 1 book that describes the creation. It can't be real unless there's another witness. The Book of Jasher is another witness to all that. You know what I'm saying? And the Book of Enoch also goes through and tells you different things like the fallen angels and why females were made. Where did we get our weapons of war from? The idea to make those. Where did sorceries and different things like that come from? Astrology.
That's in this book.
Yeah, the Book of Enoch and all that. And it tells you, and that's when you get into debate with people, is the earth flat or is it round, and all these different things. It'll really test your theology, especially if you're a Christian or if you don't believe. It'll make you sit back and think, because stuff just be hitting too. When something bears witness, it's like, wait a minute, this is kind of creepy because it's hitting home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Person.
Yeah.
Man, I got a dude I want you to sit down with soon. Back here again, if you down to come whenever you come back. Soul Body Meta? My brother stays studying things, man. He real woke to many different things, you know what I'm saying? He well studied, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to bring you in here when I got here, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, y'all would talk
that dialogue,
it'd be crazy, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a different conversation, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a whole different breed, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's crazy. That's dope, you know what I'm saying? You sitting here dropping a lot of gems on the world, you know what I mean? Some of it I'm trying to follow, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff I'm understanding. I'm not as well studied in this, you know what I'm saying? But, man, I think that's crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me a little bit about hard segue, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to the battle rap. You know what I mean? I've been wanting to talk to you about some battle rap.
He said, bro, I'm itching. Let's just talk about it real quick.
You know what I mean? Let's get into that. You know what I'm saying, bruh? So you did Cash Rap Battle League, man, way back in the day. I think we talked about this the last time you was with me, man.
Yeah.
But as you know, I don't got many battle raps that I get to just sit and
for sure.
talk that with. You know what I'm saying? Man, did you work in any other leagues?
Man, no, I never worked in any other leagues. I got offered all the time. People inviting me to do different battles and things like that. But I'm a very loyal person, and I like to rock with what works. You know what I'm saying? And it's unless your who it says go up, it's not best to move in the unknown. Especially with formula. Say you're starting from scratch, work with a formula. Take a formula, like a foundation that's worked already, and I take that, and now you can branch different things. You know what I'm saying? So I never went with other battles, other leagues, because I didn't know the people. You just can't be just moving like with what we had. It was like a sure thing. Like, we all knew each other. Like it was a community.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Was it like a family vibe?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a family, but it was definitely a community vibe. We all knew each other. We all knew what we were about, but we all knew at any moment off with your head for the battles. You know what I'm saying? But it was like we knew, and so we didn't have to worry about somebody coming in with all. I'm not saying like all of us, we held our own. People could be sporadic. We had people thugging. We had people in the books, but we knew what we were there about. Right. Going to a new place, you don't know what their intentions are. People are weird. I remember we went and battled in Kansas City. And against the league, we battled against another league. It was Cash RBL versus whatever theirs was. I forgot what it was, and that was lit, bro. It was lit. Yeah. It was real hard. But with the people there, you didn't know. Like, bro, I ain't never. That was the first time I ever seen somebody high on water. You know what water is?
They was on the wet.
Bro, I was like, you know what I'm saying? And it was a dude I was battling, and they're coming like, bro, he's on that water. He's on that water. I was like, what the hell?
That's wild to even show up to a battle like that.
That's what I'm saying, and like.
PCP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, but it was tight. But for those reasons, like in our circle with Cash RB, I'm not saying people weren't on extra stuff or nothing like that. But bro, it didn't interfere with what they were bringing.
Right.
Unless you were in on it with them, you didn't know, and it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
PCP. That's scary to be around somebody on PCP. You don't know what they're gonna do.
And like, bro, you could tell something was kind of up with them. But I just, some people are kind of just. I got kinfolk who are just kind of just different. They're introverts and they're just
right.
So I don't be like, oh, he on drugs. I just went like,
wetheads.
Well,
man,
that was me. I tried like everything in my day except PCP. That was
I love
scary.
how he's saying his day, but he looked like he 24, 25 right
Hey, look, back in my day,
34.
But
like
you just look good, man.
Back, I ain't gonna lie, he looked like a solid 26, 27.
Right, he killing the game, bro. Keep it up.
He said, back in my day.
Right.
Anyway, continue. I ain't gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
I think that was all I was gonna say. It was just that's the one thing that I never wanted to try. I just heard.
See, I ain't never did the
scary things.
The wet, man. They're terrifying. I'm scared of like real drugs, bro. I'm a pussy. I'm good. It just ain't my style.
My thing about it is, bro, I just don't. For me personally, there's different things like natural remedies. Like there's cannabis, or do your research on shrooms. I haven't done too much. So I'm not promoting that, but to each his own. But there's natural things out there.
Right.
But I've never been one to just dabble into drugs just because it's like I grew up watching Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. Mom's always had me watching Drug Inc. on the Discovery Channel, whatever that is. So I'm watching this stuff and I'm like,
wow.
Like, man, like people getting hooked looking like zombies. People getting shot up, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it wasn't until like high school I was like, man, I could probably sell some trees.
So talk to me about the mindset going into a battle with, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's on that work, man. What would you think? Like, yo, is this dude gonna wig out? Or?
Nah. So like I said, I didn't even, bro. See, so the way it was for me, it's like, you gotta sell it. And when I mean you gotta sell it, it's like, for one, I'm already light skinned. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest dude in the world. So I'm coming out there, they're gonna take me for a joke just because I'm light skinned. I got that J. Cole, Drake, The Weeknd,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like just by default.
Is that a thing in the battle world? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, bro. No, definitely. And you ain't gonna get your respect till you start slicing and dicing people.
Because I'm already knowing going into it to say if I want to battle. You know what I'm saying? I'm already knowing I'm gonna get all the white boy stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Is race a heavy, you know what I'm saying, thing in the game? Yes,
it is. No, 100%. Like man, you'd be a dang lie if you were to say no. Like, come on, bro. Okay, so check this out. A white boy pop up. And he got nothing but brothers around. the brother's gonna be real quiet, and not on some hater stuff, but on some let's see what he got to say.
Let's see what he can do.
And we're not going to just say ooh to anything.
Right. You gotta earn.
So they're gonna be like, no, you better come with some heat. You know what I'm saying? But say it's a brother, they're gonna be a little bit more relaxed. If it's two brothers gonna get each other, they're gonna be a little bit more relaxed. They're gonna be a little bit more cool about it. They might even hype the other dude up.
Okay, so say you take that into a different mode though, right? A different environment, right? Like King of the Dot.
Yeah.
I've noticed URL tends to have more of the black crowd, and you know what I'm saying, King of the Dot got all the white boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So say, you know what I'm saying, being a brother stepping into the King of the Dot realm or a realm full of the white boys, do you feel like it's different?
It's way different. White boys, like I'm telling you, bro, like, okay, so say I go to a place, right? I'll go with my crowd of people, and they'll rock with me, but they'll go watch my old videos, bro. They're always hesitant at first. They don't want to cheer for me. You know what I'm saying? They want to see what I could. They look, they're nitpicking, but less than 2 minutes in, bro, they rock and they getting loud, they getting lit because you can't deny what's there.
The craft, the style. You know
White folks are different. They know, like, think about it, bro. And this is just like some stereotypical stuff. When they see a brother, they know he's more likely athletic. So him dunking the balls, it's like we just expect him to dunk. We expect him to be able to spit bars. So y'all aren't looking from the lens of he needs to impress us. No, y'all looking more like y'all are already impressed.
Okay, so what about if a white boy is in the white crowd about to battle?
Oh, the white boy's gonna rock with him.
You think so? Or do you think he still has to earn that?
No, because bro, it's like, think about sense of humors too. Like the white sense of humor is different from a Negro sense of humor. So we might call something corny, but white folks are gonna die laughing to it. So the advantage is there. If a white boy is with a white boy crowd and he says something that we would consider borderline corny,
it's already
they might die laughing to it. And you know what I'm saying? So different crowds, like, you know, just different you got to bring it.
You got to know your crowd.
So like, bro, so I went to a school called Claremore for a little while. I remember I was a freshman in high school. I was battle rapping this dude named Carl Paps, and I wasn't even a battle rapper then, but it was like we both rapped and we were talking about battling.
Was this off the head?
All off the head, yeah, all off the head. If I would have known the outcome, bro, I would have wrote. Like, really? Meaning, like, bro, so we were just freshmen, bro. We weren't nobody special. But word got around school, and it was we had 1 hour on Fridays. We had an hour lunch, right, with seniors and everybody. And so me and Carl go around to the side to battle, but word got around school somehow. And when I mean everybody was there, bro.
So it was a turnout.
It was a turnout, bro. When I mean every seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen, everybody surrounded me and Carl. And I was a popular kid, but that got down with everybody. He was not. He was like that nerdy, you know what I mean, watching Naruto all the time, like didn't bathe really, you know what I'm saying?
It's a pretty white town, isn't it?
Yeah, no, predominantly, yeah. And if you Negro, you my cousin. That's just how it is, even if you ain't my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And so me and Carl going back and forth, that's my homeboy, surrounding us. So it ain't like it was like a heavy hitter event. And it was lit, bro. I'm talking about, I was nervous as hell but I'm like, nah, I'm going against Carl. I gotta because I'm a freshman, so I'm like, I gotta let the seniors know what I'm coming with. You know what I'm saying? But Carl said something like, I played ping pong with my ding dong, right? Bro, listen, the crowd went bananas. I'm talking about that earthquake feel.
Right.
The police had to come. What's going on? I think it's a fight. I mean, a huge turnout. It took the police like 30 seconds to get through.
That's what got that though. I played ping pong with my
ding dong, and everybody. And bro, I'm saying bars like, I'm gonna hit you with the rock like Hova to something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like people was like, all right, yeah, he's nice, but I'm black, so they expect me to say tight stuff. They expect me to come gangster. Carl came with a different approach. He's like, bro, I play ping pong with my ding dong. They was like, oh, I was like, so in my opinion, he won based off crowd control.
Right.
Because the crowd, like, I didn't ever get that response from the crowd. They all just looking at me like, all right, yeah.
See, that's the thing, too, when it comes to battle rap, too, though, man, is you got two different kinds of fans. You know what I'm saying? We did a battle, like I said, just recently with Kid 918 versus Aaron Sawyer. You know what I mean? And Aaron Sawyer, not comparing Aaron Sawyer to ping pong and ding dong, dude. You know what I'm saying?
It's that same kind of...
Aaron Sawyer, like Kid 918 comes with like his energy not there.
Of course,
but he got bar for bar. If you listen to that shit,
on paper,
crazy.
He's nice. Yeah, definitely.
He crazy.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But Aaron Sawyer comes with that energy, but he's not talking about his opponent at all. You know, he over here talking about 5 other subjects. You know
but
what I'm saying?
With a certain kind of crowd,
get the first guy to write for the second guy, ghostwrite his shit. That's
what I'm saying. But with a certain kind of crowd, bruh, that works.
Right.
And guess what? I could come with some real bars, and they're not feeling it.
They'll miss it.
And it's not even that they miss it, bro. They don't want to get it. So how can you miss what you don't want to get? You feel me?
Yeah, not everybody likes most stuff.
Yeah, no. Some people just want to hear that boom bap with no beat.
Right.
Or some people just want to come to a rap battle, but they're really wanting to come to a comedy show. Because they don't see. Because like what we had to learn is we're thinking battle with Cash RBL. We was thinking battle rap like King of the Dot URL.
Right.
But the people were coming. They were wanting to see They would really just want me to come rag on you. It's like some of the weakest battles were the hypest battles. Like I remember with me and Jay Burna. In my 100% honest opinion, on both sides, it was garbage. Like both of us, like compared to what we ended up being able to do and going. You know what I mean?
Right.
The people was loving it though, bro, because we were just sitting there just slaughtering each other with just bad jokes.
Right.
I'm calling him fat, looked like Cleveland from Family Guy. He talking about my mama and how my son had a Stewie Griffin head. People laughing about it and like going crazy. They were coming to see comedy. They weren't coming to see bars.
Right.
So you got to kind of know the environment where you're going and what you need to bring.
And see, I feel like that translates to any art in regard in the form of performance. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who the heck you dealing with when stepping into that. Be that comedy, be that battle rap, be that rapping on stage. You got to know how to kind of tailor yourself, not giving up yourself. Yeah, you got to know who you selling to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like that's a solid point, bro.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to me a little bit of Ping Pong and Ding Dong, bro. That sounds like a Slim Shady bar, though. I just want to plug that real quick. It sounds like something Slim Shady would have said back in the day.
That's all my homeboy listened to.
This is what it
I did
sound
too,
like.
though. I did too, though. Not to take
Shout out
credit from
Eminem, bro.
Yeah.
You should retire by now, though. Yo, shit.
I got the Slim Shady LP on vinyl at the crib.
Talk to me a little bit about the. Were you there in the beginning days of Cash RBL when that first started?
No, I was literally the first. Okay, no. So I take that back. The first battle was Zulu versus Jay Burna.
Okay.
Yeah, Zulu versus Jay Burna, but that wasn't even like it was the very very first battle, but it wasn't an event. It was like a test trial.
Right.
That went extremely successful.
Was it 3 rounds or 1 round?
It was I think it was just one. It might have been 2 or 3. It might have been, but I think it might have been just one. I got to go back, but it was Spence. There's my cousin there with Jay Burna, with Zulu, a couple people around, and. Jay Burna's coming with URL type stuff, but he's a joke. He's always been a funny guy.
Right.
And then
I've seen that.
Zulu's coming. He's a little bit more thugging, so he's coming with it. I got 2 cans and they something. They both singing. You know what I mean? That's actually a type bar. I got 2 cans and they both singing. I'm about to write that down. Copyright. Don't mess with that bar. That one's mine. Nah, but after that, that's whenever it got established, and that's when Spence started really like tapping in with me, LA Cruz, and just anybody. He wasn't just anybody who would open the door when he knocked.
Right.
Come on in, you know what I'm saying? And so when that happened,
shout out to Lil Man.
Shout out to my family, bro. If you ain't got a family, get you one. You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't got a family, go get that in stores now. Yes, sir.
$59.99. You know what I'm saying? But nah, so
for 18 years, $59.99. It just keep going.
Depends on the baby mama. Depends on the baby mama.
Talk you know that shit. Go ahead.
No, but that was the first battle. So I wasn't, but nobody was there for that one. Like I said, that was like a test trial, and it was just Jay Burna and Zulu and Spence. But when I mean, bro, that thing got like 1,500 views in 4 days.
It was
for us locally. That's crazy. We're like, what? 1,500 in 2 days, 3 days? Oh my god! So Spence got it set up for the next battle. So the first like actual event, it was me versus LA Cruz. Zulu, I think Zulu and Jay Burna got the rematch. They did a rematch. Yeah, they ended up doing a rematch. Yeah. And it was somebody else, but it was lit. Oh, and it was Spence. How could I forget? It was Spence's brother, our cousin Jaron. We call him Billy. Billiano. Boy, mean. He sliced this boy up so bad, straight off the dome. I'm talking about, and it wasn't no URL battle stuff. It's like, no, I'm your daddy and I'm gonna talk to you. And when I mean, bro, you could just see the dude's face. Like, he was just, like, lost. He was, like, just standing there. You know it's real whenever you're just standing.
What's the worst body you've witnessed? You know what I'm saying? In Cash RBL. The worst one where you just like, dang, I'm so glad that's not me.
I'm going to be honest. And I'm not even, we're talking about bodies that I've witnessed.
Right. And it's all love, man. It's all love. Casho never has anybody he can talk about rap with.
Only because what I'm finna mention, I'm gonna do an honorable mention with it. So it's like, just so I don't say something about myself. You know what I'm saying? I would say probably the worst body I've ever witnessed would probably be. I can't name one, bro. Besides me versus KJ Toma.
Okay, so you feel like it was.
Yeah, that one was.
Who took the L?
Definitely KJ Toma.
He bodied him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I hit him with the legendary, you sound like my CD skip line, and everybody, I didn't think people was going to and it's funny because he went first, and he was skipping like a CD. And so I was like, I looked back at my partners behind me, they was like, got this. I was like, yeah, that. Went out there, bro, and it happened way better, and it was a crazy packed house, bro. I just got off of my loss from MB, you know, that little choke, and I was like, nah. So I was about to get suspended, and I was at Broken Arrow at the time, but instead they put me in like in school detention for like 2.5 weeks, bro. Right. And in there, bro, I was literally by myself, right? And they had like these desks where like the walls go up, so I'm like, I can either be sleeping, studying, but I'm like, nah, I'm about to get in writing zone. I feel like writing. Bro, I wrote,
so you just writing bars, battle bars
in there, and I didn't even know who I was going against at the time. This was like for the spring event, you know what I mean? And this is like February, so I'm just in there just writing bars because these could go to anybody. And then when I found out who I was going against, that's when I started doing the boy, you sound like my CD skip and this. And little did I know that was going to be the bar of the night. You know what I'm saying? But to go to Worst Body, not because of how I performed, but because of how it turned out, like how his reaction was, and you could tell it was over. Like he was dead. That's crazy. Like he was dead, and he ended up, and like shout out KJ Toma if he's still doing his thing, because he ended up bouncing back from that and going and slicing and dicing. Like people give up after, like, bro, all the people. I would say the Worst Body before that was Billiano versus, I think his name was Paulo Beams. That when I told you about, he was talking to him like he was his daddy. That's crazy. I'm about to check that out. Yeah, and it's way deep in the archives. It's not in archives, but you know what I'm saying? Right. So before that was Billiano, but the way KJ Toma, but like I said, he bounced back because people would have quit after that, like old dude. He came back and started like throwing his body bags and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, that's what's up. Man, what was the approach like for King Spence when he came to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because we talked off air, y'all wasn't necessarily battlers at that time, you know what I'm saying? He kind of found y'all and y'all became the battlers that y'all are, you know what I mean? In the videos and things and such. What was the approach like, you know what I mean? I know you and Spence have a relationship. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? How he approached us is like, bro, he was real wise about it. Like he approached us based on, like, bro, we were always battlers. We just didn't know it. Like, you know, that Tulsa complex, I got to let you know. And, like, you know how we is, like, we would be like, not only do I have to show you by my music I'm better, I have to tell you myself that I'm better. Like, I'm hitting on these dudes out here. Like, they ain't messing with me. I'm the best. Like, this and that, right? Like, oh, I got the hardest lyrics. So we were essentially battling. You know what I'm saying? But we weren't battling in the right way. So Spence would come to us and be like, bro, if you that hard at rapping, why don't you come do this battle? So he'd come at me, he'd be like, Juan, like, if you a real spitter, come spit. Right. Come do this battle. Come hop on. Like, if you really can spit, I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm thinking 8 Mile. Like, there's going to be a beat and I can hop on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking, like, actual URL till I get out there. We see the first video with Jay Burner and Zulu, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is how I need to prepare. You know what I'm saying? There ain't going to be no music, no microphone. I just need to talk to him, and I could do that. I did it in high school, you know, fun stuff, right? Right. But he came at all of us like, you know what I mean? And he made it known from the jump, I can't pay you, but if you're main event and you win main event, I could throw you $100. You know what I'm saying? Because he made money there, like, whether it was T-shirts, you know, everybody got a progression shirt and they dress shirt somewhere. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he was making bread off of that. You know what I mean? They was selling food. They always had the barbecue going. Oh, it was so fun, bro, every time. But he came at us with the approach like, okay, yeah, you aggressive, so let's see how aggressive you is. Like, if you really the best, then come battle. I got this camera. I can help elevate you. Come on, step up. And us being hungry, we were never like, oh, you got to pay us first. No, we was like, bet, camera, people, for sure. Let's do it. That's dope, man. That's dope. That's a solid approach. You know what I'm saying? I just love that I can talk to you about it because I didn't get to go to any of these. Yeah. I didn't get the time. You know what I'm saying? Back when I don't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I know during Cash RBS shit, that's when I have started messing with my very first rap group, and we was trying to be in the studio and making garbage music. So it was like, nah, we was on the Tulsa complex and we the best. You know what I'm saying? I never tapped in or tuned into the RBS stuff till it was too late, man. So shout out RBL, man. Cash 100%. RBL. I wish I could have seen that and been a part of that, bro. You know what I mean? It was an era. Yeah. It was an era, bro. That's the first era of battle rap in Tulsa, I feel. I think, 100%. Yeah. And bro, when I mean it took off, when I mean like so say Spence didn't, like, you know, put his focus more into what he does now. And he was really like, no, I'm going to put all my focus in this. It would have been crazy. Bro, like, we were doing, like, reality TV skits. And when I mean skits, like, doing challenges and, like, you know, like, the reality TV shows, like, they'll pause for a second. They'll take, you know, the dude's talking about that moment. You know what I mean? Like, we were doing that. People be cracking jokes. I don't know what she was thinking right there. And then it'll go back to the what we're doing. Like, bro, we were doing stuff like that, bro, and it's like when you talk about the camera, you was like, you know, we think it's big, but it's not as big as we act. Like, no, this was as big as we thought it was. You know what I'm saying? So if you know, like I said, everything happened because I really didn't want to battle rap anyways anymore, just because of I could do it, but it was like, bro, I want to make some music, and I'm tired of people coming at me saying, oh, the battle rapper. Because now they just think I'm this aggressive and this, like, you know, I'm trying to break people down. But, like, no, I want to make good music. And, you know, there's that stigma. You can't be a battle rapper and make good music. And you can't make good music and be a battle rapper. I wanted to break that barrier. And I definitely could. But it's like...
I feel like there's so many battlers that try to go over and people just don't. They won't rock with them. They there for the battle stuff. I feel like they often get stuck in that box.
Yeah. I'll tell you one person, Calico. You know Calico?
Yeah.
Bro, he makes good music. Okay, I haven't heard anything recently. But whenever I was into battle rap, like deep, I would listen to Calico's music, and I think it's a song called 10-4. I think that's what it's called. Bro, I used to bang. I was like, what? This dude, he's the hardest.
I ain't checked out Calico's music, man. I checked out some of New Jersey Twerk. Yeah, he got some nice stuff. Sue Surf got some cool little.
He's been had nice stuff.
Yeah, Loaded Lux to me got some bangers though.
I ain't heard any of Loaded Lux's music.
He got a whole track called Healthy. You know, I be saying that we building this healthy thing, so I like that track.
That's what's up.
Shout out Loaded. You know what I mean? But
he's nice.
Yeah, he called. He kind of how I envision you talking about, you know what I'm saying, since you on your journey, you know what I'm saying, and you want to come, if you come back, it'll be a different talk, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, my man might pin it on some, like I said, B-Dot, Loaded Lux type.
Man, I feel like I'd catch you off guard, like it's kind of like you feel like you about to see this, but it's gonna be like, damn, bro, like you came at a different approach than I even thought you was going to.
Word. Because
it's gonna be like, say I do end up getting on a card or something like that, like. I'm going to just do what I do to this day, just flow.
That's all that's necessary.
That's all that's necessary. And I know, because I'm anointed to do this, I've been given the gift to do this, what I say is going to be up to par. I'm not saying it's going to be the best. I'm not saying I'm going to be the hardest. I ain't saying...
I have full confidence it's going to hit regardless.
Yeah, it's going to hit on some level.
You know
what I'm saying? Yeah.
I definitely agree. You know, I know I'm going to be ecstatic. I know I'm going to be proud regardless. You know,
just to
see you doing your thing. I'm hyped.
It'd be dope. And I know I would see a lot of, like, old homies or just familiar faces. Like, I seen the last battle y'all did, and I was like, bro, look at all the, even the people that I didn't know I knew. I was like, wow,
right.
That's a small world. Like, I'd have been chopping it up with everybody.
It's because of what you said though. Y'all created a community.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying. So now you got some random cat now trying to do battle rap. So of course you're gonna see a lot of the same heads popping up. Yep. You know what I mean? Either they there to battle or they there to be like, all right, well, let me see.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see what it is. You know what I'm saying? So. I don't know, man. I'm excited for this next era of battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
Even just the music scene, because battle rap is music in my opinion. It's, you know what I'm saying. Like, if you put a beat on it, what's the difference?
Right.
It's still music in my opinion. It's just a different form of music, a different avenue. You know, targeting different things. But so like the music, the entertainment, the artistry side, the artistic side of Tulsa, Oklahoma, bro. It's like there's a new era. 100%. Like, it's no coincidence. All these different artists are. Because, like, bro, think about ATL, LA, Long Beach, Brooklyn, all these different, St. Louis. When one person takes off there, it's never just that one person. Because business people, they're like, if there's one gold gem there, if there's one diamond, there got to be more diamonds. It just can't be just one diamond.
Right, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? There's more diamonds because this dude was obviously inspired by the culture that was in that area. That shaped, for instance, like June, Gang Tai June. His music was shaped by his environment. His environment was Tulsa. His culture was Tulsa. Whether it's 51st or 31st, that's only 2 streets down. You know what I'm saying? It's the same spirit. It's like the same, like, atmosphere.
I think that's really important that you mentioned that, man. For me going into creating my own league, like, obviously I'm definitely inspired, but that's why I talk so highly, you know what I'm saying, about you and to you and everything that y'all did. It's like, you know what I'm saying, y'all basically created the environment for me to come now and be like, okay, let me build off of this. Let me help create with this. Let's get it back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's why I speak so highly about y'all, man, and King Spence and everybody involved. Like, it's just 100%. Like y'all basically big dog this shit to where now I can come and do what I love and see what I love, which is battle rap shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but respects all across the board. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we nearing the end of the interview, man. I appreciate you rocking with me, bro. I had a good little time. So, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything you want to plug up before I get you off here? You know what I'm saying? Social media is your up-and-coming project. You know what I mean? Anything. Where can they find your music?
Man, you can find all my music. You can find it on all platforms. I originally was going with the name Da'juan Dupri, so you're gonna find it at DA'ONE DUPRI. All platforms, like I said, any streaming service, whether it's SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, it doesn't matter. TikTok, you can find it. Like I said, I'm working on the Afterthought. There's not a set date of when it's gonna drop. I got a lot of things in store as far as like cover art that have to be touched up. Shout out to Blair, our artist. That's got it cracking.
Can they find her art anywhere?
Man, I'm gonna be 100% real. No, because like she's an artist that, man, it's like it's amazing how Yahuwah is like with his people. He'll plug you in with the correct people at the correct time. People who aren't even big, people that aren't even established, but that have that. Like, bro, I remember whenever I was in Rogers County when I was locked up, bro. That's the most talented people I've ever met in my life. Whether it was tattoos or graffiti or making roses out of toilet papers. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to be established doing something to be extremely talented.
Right.
So after this project, she's definitely, we already chopped it up. Like, she's definitely got to put her work out there because people are going to be coming saying, who did this? Where can I find this person? I want to pay this person. I want to work with this person.
Can they tap in with you? If they need
100%.
You know
They're gonna tap in with me, but soon, after this is done, they ain't gonna have to tap me. They gonna be tapping straight to her, because that's how the Most High works, you know. But yes, we got that project, the Afterthought, coming. We're gonna be trying to do, a little bit more networking, getting some stuff established, so we can be able to do more shows, book more venues and things like that. But other than that, we just in that working process to get it going. I got my mans right here, who gave me the opportunity. All praise to the Most High, gave me the opportunity to sit back and be able to speak, because I like to talk more than I like to make music. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I like talking to you though. You talk with substance, man. You I've done 262 of these interviews. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I ain't gonna say it's few and far in between, but you know what I mean? A lot of times I'll be sitting here and people just be talking, and I'll be like, bro, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
And have you ever had any where you just like?
Yeah, a lot. Because you could get the same, like, so I sit down with a lot of comedians and rappers, man, and after a while, you know what I'm saying, the story becomes the same. It's like, I got you, bro. I understand. I know what's up.
I know you before you knew I knew you. Like,
you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm in it too, on my own. So, like, I already know, you know what I'm saying? But that's where you got to change the mindset of, like, why am I even doing this? And the reason I'm doing this to uplift them anyway. You know what I'm saying? I want to see y'all be successful. So, that's what kind of sparks that flame. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we here for this. You're not here for your own personal entertainment, man. You got to make sure, you know, that your mindset's set on the correct target. You know what I'm saying? But
100%. Like, I would say it's the same thing with me in the studio recording other people. I hear the same thing, like, people rapping or whatnot, right? So it gets boring, and it gets like, but I look at it like, this is going to benefit me.
Right.
Even though I'm blessing them. Like, when you bless someone, bro, the blessing comes back on you.
100%.
So by me working on people's vocals and stuff, I be figuring stuff out on them that I'm going, like, I be like, why didn't I think about taking the reverb off of that and putting it on this over here?
Right.
Or why didn't I tweak that auto-tune like that on mine? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I learned stuff by working on other people.
100%.
And it definitely helps. So just keep blessing, bro. The blessing's gonna fall back on your head.
Most definitely. I think that's the most beneficial thing about sitting down with everybody, is I get to sit here and listen to everybody's stories, and I get to learn so much, so many different ways of life and things like that. That's what's absolutely beautiful about it. That's the artistic piece to me, man, is getting to build off of everybody's life. You know what I'm saying? Hearing that and applying it to myself, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, I've enjoyed rocking with you, brother.
100%, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been a blessing.
Most def. Ladies and gentlemen, November 26th, With All Due Respect Live. That's going to be this Friday, I think. You know what I'm saying? Got some other shows coming up. December 18th with All Due Respect Live. December 19th, you know what I mean? It's going to be the debut of With All Due Respect Rap Battle League. We're going to be doing the card. It's going to be called the Re-Up. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. It's going to be dope. Got some dope artists coming. You know what I mean? Stay tuned. I got some rap shows coming up. I don't know when they are. You know what I mean? I don't really keep track. It's just what I do. So you'll catch me. Some comedy shows coming. Mainly pop out to With All Due Respect Live and pop out to the, you know what I'm saying, the rap battles. That's what I want to see y'all at. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Check out the YouTube at With All Due Respect Broadcasting, Facebook at With All Due Respect Podcast, Instagram at With All Due Respect 001. This has been the With All Due Respect podcast. Oh yeah, shout out my cameraman, Kevin Douglas, you know what I'm saying? He better than you, Jamie. Joe Rogan ain't talking about nothing. No, I love you, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. He be here December 4th. Buy some tickets. I wish I got paid for that.
I know, right?
Joe, hook me up.
Eventually.
Bro. Right, yeah.
Eventually.
We gonna link
Keep
in.
blessing.
When we link in, God, I want my ends. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This has been the With All Due Respect podcast, where we express our truest thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You know what I'm saying? And for those of you that don't like it, with all due respect.
Fuck you.
And we out.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm about to lasso Castro the asshole. Turn him into mincemeat for ramen Castro. Beat it to a thick.